Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'll definitely say thank you so much. So I thought I'd just show some of the items that I recently purchased and how I'm using them. So this is the Dollar Tree pom-pom makers, of course. I'm just going to do the littlest one that I have, and really quick. Directions, which I've already looked at. Doesn't look too hard. So based on this, you separate these things out, I think. Get some yarn. And then you just start going around. I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave a tail, so I'm going to leave a bit of a tail just in case. And based on the picture, you just go around and around. I don't think you're supposed to touch that part. Like this. And I'll probably edit out some of this video just because I'm sure you don't want me to watch me go around and around making a pom-pom. All right, so now we've reached this point. I don't know how thick you're supposed to go, so I'm just gonna go at this thickness. That's the end piece. And then based on the picture, you put this one down, and then you wind, I guess you go over to this one, and you start winding around this one in the same manner in which you round the other one until this one is as thick as that one as well. So I'm gonna do this one. So this side is now full, same as that side. So it looks like you put it together like this. And I'm gonna assume you need kind of a tail. So let me cut off a length. Not sure how long, so hopefully this is long enough. All right, so now once you got it back together, you snip it. It says here you snip here, so I'm gonna assume you go under where this little divot is. Ooh. Hopefully I wound it around enough. Okay. Now, so I guess you put this down the center, that section that you just clipped. Go around, and it shows here that you tie a knot. And I'm gonna tie a double knot. Hopefully this is, all right, so I've tied a knot through the center. So now you need to get this out. Okay. Okay, how does this come out? Oh, okay, that would be how. Hopefully that gets back together. I didn't just break it. And then you have your little pom-pom. I'm gonna assume you need to trim it up. And just gonna trim mine up a little bit because it's come out kind of funny looking. So, but it does make a pom-pom. So probably not something I'm gonna be doing a lot of, but I guess if I need a pom-pom, I now have a pom-pom maker. So pretty cute. So, all right. So there's the pom-pom maker I made from Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna just assume I put this all back together. So, all right, let's move on to the next project. Right, before I moved on to the next project, just gonna show you this thing gets put right back together. I'd be careful with it. I mean, I don't know if it's the strongest or if they normally come this breakable, but I was gonna say you're gonna, if you have a whole mess to make, I would make yourself to get a spare one, just in case it breaks on you. So, but it works. It does what it's supposed to do. So, pom-pom maker, pom-pom. Okay, the next thing is I just decided to, I got a next set of this to just check it out before I give it to my niece. she'll get the unopened packages that I bought. But it comes with Valentine's cards, which you could use for something else. The little Valentine's things. The what do you call this? The sticky stuff for putting the gems in. Instructions. Several of these, so you have a lifetime supply. The gems, which I've switched into these little baggies that were included. And individual instructions. So just to show you, this is what they look like here, and this is what I did with mine. I didn't do anything with this one, but with the love one, I just did around here so you can see the difference. And I don't know if I'm going to do the rest of it. I might just cut the heart out and just use the heart. And then for the flowers, and that was this flower and this flower. I didn't want the jimmies in the center. I didn't really like the center sections of here. So I did this and I did this to test it out. Now, as you guys know from my recent videos, a lot of my supplies are in disarray while I'm reorganizing my crafts. So I needed something to go in the center of this one and something to go in the center of this one. So speaking of pom-poms, I cut up a bunch of the pom-poms. I did mess one up before I got the successful one when I realized I didn't put enough on there. When I cut it off, it was this little sparsely sad pom-pom. So I took the remnants of that one, cut it up really fine, put it in the center to make the center of this one. I didn't want to do the exact same color on this one, so I did something different. So I took something else I had out recently. And this was actually, thank you, Stace. This, the shred that was inside the box that Stace sent me to, and here, so I cut it up in tiny little pieces and glued that on and used that for the center. But so that's just to show you what, in case you bought these to give away to somebody to use next year, or you just wanted to make them yourself, but you don't want them exactly the way they are in the box. All right, let's move on to another project. This project, this is for my niece, as you can tell, because it's Care Bear. And this was a little juice bottle I got from the Dollar Tree. I mail stuff to her, so I didn't want to just mail her juice. Kind of boring. So I turned this into a bead holder. So, of course, emptied the juice, took off the label, and then covered it with Care Bear fabric. And I just glued this on using glue and hot glue and regular glue. And as you can see, it's full of different fun little beads that were in a recent haul that I did from Hobby Lobby. And that's for her to get on here. And I used a multi-purpose glue and hot glue together. The hot glue, of course, to give it to set faster. And then the multi-purpose glue I used was this one, Mixed Beauty Adhesive. I like this one. It works really well on lots of different things. But this is what I did to kind of jazz up and make a more fun gift. On to the next thing I worked on was this Reasons to Smile card making kit that I got out of the mystery box that I got from American Crafts. So I needed to have some cards in my stock, so here we go. These are not finished because I just used the stuff I had on hand. So there's a thank you card, of course, coffee. This one, some of these need to be definitely more embellished. This one. Here's this one. I did add some sparkles onto it from this, which was also in the box. Is this one, birthday one. Here, and then this is the final one. And then I did add some additional stickers. I know my stickers are already organized, so I was able to get out some crafty stickers. And then I made this little ball of yarn from leftover yarn from when I made the pom-pom. So just to give it a different element, and added some buttons I also had. So this is everything from this kit. and that I've made so far, and I do know more embellishment is needed, but until I find my stuff, this is how it's going to be. All right, so this is where we are so far on my list of crafts that I've been working on. I will have a second craft video coming up, but for now, I just wanted to show you what I've done thus far. So I hope you see stuff in here that you like. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.